Yo, what's up guys? Video number 2. Where we at today? We in Montpellier, France. Long ass day today, holy shit. Gotta talk a little quiet because it's night outside. Well, woke up at like 7 a.m, took the 1-hour train, then a 4.5, 5-hour bus ride to France from Barca. But it was a good day, long day. The boy YD, Daniel, slumped in the fucking room, so I popped out to make the video. I wanted to talk about it today because tomorrow's gonna be no time. But what was the video even today? Shit, what was the video today? You're only ever doing one thing at a time. Let's break that down a little bit. What does that mean? Obviously, you're only ever doing one thing at a time. Like, all right, yeah, relax. So, we as humans, right? It doesn't matter what we're doing or how good the thing we're doing is. Subconsciously or consciously, most of the time, our brain starts dozing off. And we start thinking about like, what's next? What comes next? Next. We're so obsessed with the next that we forget about the now. This is like, this happens to everybody. This ain't like, this is universal. This is definitely universal. Every single person goes through this. All these videos, I'm gonna try to like be able to relate to everybody, but sometimes I won't be able to. I think this one, like, everybody can kind of relate to this one or take something away from this because shit, today, like, this shit hit me today when I was like, because I'm in France right now, Montpellier, and I was like, I started looking for flights for the 2 weeks from now. Because, I mean, you got to book them cheap flights, you got to book them earlier and stuff, but, like, it made me remember and, like, realize that, like, shit, like, hold on, I'm in France right now, not fucking wherever else I'm trying to book. So, like, even, like, you can still do, like, the other stuff, but you gotta try your best to at least be present in where you are. Because, like, even, like, I'm only here for a day and a half, 2 days. Tomorrow, we're leaving tomorrow at, like, 1 a.m. So actually, we got the whole day. All right, 2 days. But, like, I'm going to enjoy these 2 days. That's a given. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, you got to, I don't know. I'm kind of like, this whole day, I didn't waste it. See, like, I enjoyed the day. Very much enjoyed the day. It was a beautiful day. But a lot of the time, also, I'm going to Italy next week. I was thinking about that shit. Like, oh, I got to book the Airbnb. Like, where should we this, that. What time is my flight exactly? Like, but there's no reason to do this. Right now, I'm in France. At that current moment, I was eating. Me and Daniel were eating a burger, and I'm on my phone looking for flights. That's bad. Like, that's bad. There's no reason to be doing that. Like, he was on his phone too, but, like, that's not the point. Like, he probably was only on that shit because I was on that shit. Like, we should have just been there talking about, even though we already been talking all day. Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever. The point I'm trying to say is, like, you know what I mean? Like, be present. Be where your feet are. You probably heard it 1,000 times, but actually, that's not even just that, because, like, you can be present while still falling victim to this, because, like, you could be present while also, like, your mind is drifting to, like, other stuff. And it fucks up your focus too. I think that's the main thing. It fucks up your focus because even if you're a really, really, really busy ass person, like, and I've had the schedule like this before. Like, let's say you're fucking doing shit from like 10 a.m. to like 10 p.m. We've all had days like this where, like, you don't even have a fucking chance to breathe. From, let's say, 10 to 11 if you have something scheduled, and then you have a different thing from 11 to 12. While you're doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing from 10 to 11, if you're thinking about what you're supposed to be doing from 11 to 12, you're doing yourself a disservice. You can't fully be there. You can't fully get out of that 1 hour what you would have been able to get out of that 1 hour. And that's like, it compounds. You got to understand, everything in life compounds. So then from, okay, now 11 rolls around, and now you're doing the next task, but now automatically your brain's, oh, what am I doing at 4 though? Where should I go get lunch? Let's say you got to do work. You set aside an hour to lock in from 11 to 12, and then you're going to go get lunch at 12:30. Naturally, humanly, fucking, this is what's going to happen. You're just going to, like, while you're doing that work, you're going to start thinking about that lunch. Oh, where am I going to go? What am I going to eat? How long am I going to eat for? What video if you're like me, like, I got to stop watching YouTube videos while I eat, but, like, what video am I going to watch? Like, this happens. And then like, you didn't, that from 11 to 12, the whole time you're thinking about lunch, even if you probably did a little bit of work, you got a little bit of shit done, you got done maybe half of what you could have if you were fully focused and locked in for that 1 hour. When that lunch was coming from 11 to 12, you had to do work. That's it. That's all you were doing from 11 to 12. You weren't eating that lunch. Even though you were probably thinking about it, you weren't actually doing it. So you're doing yourself a disservice if you, like, it's whatever lock-in, whatever you want to say, forget it, fuck all that lock-in shit. Like, you gotta be able to really hone in on the specific activity that you're doing and try not to think about, like, what's coming later. Because, and the thing is, you gotta consciously make an effort to do this, because, like, everybody's like, if you don't make a conscious effort, you're gonna fall for this one. It happens to us every single day. I mean, we wake up. Obviously, you're thinking about what I'm gonna do today, but like almost instantly, you start thinking about what am I gonna do tomorrow, and the day after that, and a week from now, 2 weeks from now, and that's obviously you got to think about the future, plan for the future. But what I'm trying to say is that like when you're doing once, you only ever like when you whatever you're doing, try to give it, even if you can give it 99%, that's better than 50. Even 80 is better than 50. Like, so you have to try, you got to make the conscious effort to focus, put all your attention and energy to that one thing that you're doing. And what you'll see how much more like not only better do you feel about it when you're done, because now you're like, okay, now I did this, I can move on, but like also just how much more shit you get done. Like, it's not even, forget about even if you're like doing work, just like if you have to do anything, even if it's like you set aside an hour to eat the lunch, cook the lunch and eat it, like if you just focus on that for that 1 hour, it's just better for your brain to not be thinking about 1,000 things at a time. And we all think about 1,000 things at a time. This is human nature. And yeah, I don't know, like today that really hit me, because I think a lot of the hours today, my brain was occupied and elsewhere. And I mean, I was walking through, we saw some crazy sights today. Like, we fucking walked around this whole ass town, got some crazy pictures, said what's up, like met some cool people, whatever. But like the whole time I was thinking about other stuff. Like, I was so just like, oh, Italy next week, Switzerland the week after. Like, I got to plan out my whole November. I want to book all the flights so that I can get them as cheap as possible. I'm like, it definitely, I didn't take away everything I could have taken away from the day. And like, that's fine, but I also know that, like, I know that I sold myself short today. Like, honestly, I only have 2 days in this country. I sold myself short on one of them. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try to keep the phone like off. I'll take a couple pictures and videos and stuff. Probably keep that bitch on airplane mode, just so that like, I mean, all right, the phone, low key, the phone is one of the biggest problems. Where that fucking, I'll make a whole video on that shit. How this little fucking phone is destroying our lives. But like, yeah, I don't know. You're only doing one thing at a time. So focus on that one thing. I'm tired as fuck too. My brain is fried, but this is definitely gonna be shorter than the first video. I still can't believe that shit was 10 minutes, but yeah. So focus on that one thing. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, be present, be there, be with the people that you're with. That's such a, how many times do we see like we go out to eat and like the phone just comes out naturally? You open up the IG, you start scrolling like uncontrollably too. That's the thing. That's what's fucked up about it. Like, you don't even realize you're doing it. Like, and I'm thinking about it back now. Like, Daniel was not on his phone, and then I was on my phone looking at all these flights and stuff. I didn't talk to him for like a minute or two, and then he pulled his out. So he did that shit because of me. Like, now that even makes me feel fucking like a dickhead, because that's my boy. That's the homie. YD, if you see this. Shit. Whoops. That's my bad. But YD, if you're seeing this, my bad, Brody. I got you tomorrow, though. And I just peeped the video is 8 minutes, so already fucking longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm gonna end this shit right now. But yeah, I'll show you guys the view again, just because I did that shit last time.